Right. I know I'll start the YouTube a little sooner than the Facebook. Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. It is Friday, the 24th of November. And yeah, so we're doing a little live, a Friday night line. I decided to incorporate one of the office chairs. Let's see if it can be a little more comfortable. It's 9 o'clock on the dot. I'm a little bit lower in the lineup and the scheme of things. So let's see how this chair works. Tell me how you'll find it look, because I don't want to look too bougie, too 1%. They go say, oh God, the man sitting on leather. Because you know they like to talk. Anyway, let me get anything there. What are you for? What are you about? Are you out and about? It is what? This is mountain. This is drinking time. People out on a line. Let me see who here. Let me share the video now. Share it around. Somebody tell me something, and I want to share it with you. So I'm going to share it with you right after this. I'm getting a telephone call right now. And the person who's calling me may not know that I am live right now and that the live is starting right now. So they're going to have to call me back during the show if what they want is to make a contribution. But yeah, so share the video, share it everywhere, and let's take this to the next level. So this morning, I don't know if you all heard about this. This should have been all over Facebook. This morning, you all ready? You all in wait time? We cross 100 yet? We can wait till we cross 100, you know, because I want to tell you, it's important. So share it up now. I share it, you share it, we share it. You all remember that from Sesame Street? I share, you share, we share. That was Sesame Street. Share in a group. What groups you share in? I share in about 6 groups and about 3 pages. And that's what lets the people know. Maya Khan decided tonight that we were doing this show, because I wasn't doing a show. I said, you're tired of me. People must have had their fill of me. I was all over Facebook this week. So I say, you know, give them a break. Phone ringing, WhatsApp coming, message texting. I think we really need to complain about the quality of what's showing on TV, because like people bored and they just they want to hear comments at Bacchanal Friday night. I tell you, the different angle is not much different, but it's affecting my typing, so I'll have to type slower. Anyway, so I finished here, and check this out. This morning, right? Let me just clear this message here, because this is an important message. Yeah. So here it is, right? This morning, a woman put out on Facebook that she was looking for a husband. This morning on Facebook in Trinidad, she put out a post saying she was looking for a husband, and in 6 or 7 minutes she got 400 messages from other women saying take theirs. I think she had to pull on the post. I know all you like all your bacchanal lady.
She's everything you think she's all about, and everything you dream she'll be. She lips could bring love water to your mouth. She's a bacchanal lady. She will inject you with her ramage, melt you like a noonday sun. Take your standard symbol high away. She mix your milk with punch and rum. She's bacchanal lady.
She will mix your milk with punch and rum. This boy rather here easy now. Sarah Nabi, that question. I'm feeling too official. It's an arm wrestle kind of thing. I feel this chair will get fired. Too many ho-house in TNT. I don't know if that's true. Publish the list. Well, I ain't telling nobody we here. Cameraman, I could have applied. Marissa Bash, I see you trying to marry me off long time. Eh? Let me tell you something. First of all, the management of the Progressive Empowerment Party is planning an event that is going to happen next year, and it's called Marry the Political Leader. So they're going to sell me in it's like a show, and you could sign up, and it's like every week somebody gets voted off the island kind of thing. So David said he feel his wife was one of those women. No, that was joking. Don't tell them, don't let them go. You know what I'm trying to understand? I am not in government. I am not the Prime Minister. All of these political talkers, they spend more time talking about me. Why? I don't understand it. There's so much thing going on in the country, but their focus is Phillip Alexander. What is the deal? All of these hot tub guy, corned beef man, I mean, they're busy. They're busy. I want to tell you something. All these political parties, all of them, every one of them, their leadership, it starts off one thing. They hear me, they find me, they read something by me, they see a video, and they go crazy. Where's this guy? Who is this guy? I need to get this guy on board. And that goes from there to them wanting to meet. So we meet and we chat because we meet everybody. And all the time it is, join with us, we want to work with you all, come and be. People have offered me political leadership of their parties, and I have had to politely decline. Because the Progressive Empowerment Party is a real political party. We registered with the Elections and Boundaries Commission. We built out the 38 constituencies now in 10 months. We have a national executive, a national council, an advisory council, a manifesto almost ready, principles and ethics document. I mean, when we launched our national launch in March, we launched in January 2017, but we launched with a massive launch in March. What you're going to get and what you're going to see, you're going to say, ah, this is what a political party is supposed to be. But anyway, when I politely decline, it then becomes like a sour grapes thing. And all of a sudden, they get a little, and I mean, I don't understand. People just take their political rejection serious, but it's not really rejection. We tell people, join the PEP. You could join the PEP. That don't mean you'll come and be any big boss or any of that thing. But that's what they want. They want to bring it. They have a political former grandmaster who want his daughter on the executive, and I say, boss, that's not how you get there with the PEP. The PEP is a service party. The first blessing we got, now we're going to make sure that we're going to get Imam and Pundit and Archbishop and everybody to come. Again, a message from Gary Griffith. And I'm hoping Gary take my call tonight, you know, because I want to have a conversation with Gary online. Me and Gary crossing some serious swords over some... I said something last night and my boy Vex. Let me see if he will take the call live. Listen, we stay on one point. What was I just talking about? Anyway, all of these political parties, have you ever seen their structure or what they advocate for, what they build out? Listen, I'm not knocking. I am saying broaden and deepen the democratic representation. Get as many people involved in the conversation. That is not a bad thing. What I tell you was a bad thing. It's like you can't call every... It's like Herbert Volney. Herbert Volney calls himself a political party, but it's only him in that party. And I think he's a political person. Because to be a party, I think the definition of party means more than one people. But, and he is a crazy guy. Herbert Volney is a crazy crazy guy. If you ever listen to him, I have heard this man blame a Potter Pilau for something he do already. You know, he blamed a Potter Pilau, and I think he had to run out. You know, like they say, you reach the end of the internet, turn around. You had to run out of all the sense beads in your mind to think that a Potter Pilau could be to blame. But I even, what I'm trying to say is like you cannot be all over the place. When you come on a Saturday to 19 Stanmore Avenue, you realize that the party has structure. Somebody come through the door and they're interested in membership. We direct them to Diana Kelly. They're interested in being party constituency builder. They go to Sharina Lynn Rankin soon. They want to get involved and finance the party, get some information on that. Shari Wilson. They want merchandise. Lima McLeod. They want to sign up for jobs. Sarah Nabi. I mean, we have a chairman, Felicia Holder, deputy chairman, Sean Sinarine. We have people in charge, Shanna, and the outdoor advertising. We have a whole different, we have a pep media, a PRO team. When you come, I mean, just Maya and Cindy right now building pep radio. They're building pep radio to dovetail with pep media that Janice and Tony and soon to be Lemoy, who will find out tomorrow she's been promoted. When you come into that party, into the Progressive Empowerment Party, you realize it's not a one-man show. You hear me a lot. Frontline, which is Thursday night show, is the first production of the pep media, and it's consistent now 5 weeks. And I am not on it. I was on it last night because of the Bacchanal with the Beatum, that Bacchanal. And we'll come to that. But Frontline is for the growing frontline of the Progressive Empowerment Party, because we have some strong people. And from the moment they step up and from the moment they raise their heads, you know, like meerkats, meerkat manner, from the time they step up, these same talking heads, these same Herbert Volneys and UNCs and PNMs, just come on, grab them. Hey, you're intelligent. You sound like you understand politics. Come and make us relevant now. Because that's what they're looking for. That's what the corned beef man and the hot tub man and Volney, madman, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for political relevance. Because they can't do it. They can't say it. They can't plan it. They have no idea what they're trying to do. Carolyn Sipasad Bechan just won an election of 4 people. And again, the Congress of the People was supposed to be something, but a party is the people. Carolyn Sipasad Bechan and the word COP is not the COP. That's not the same COP. Everybody who came together and made the COP gone. There's nobody there. They have a Silver Light Foundation and a Silver Lining Foundation, and they and Carolyn's sister know what the COP stands for now. And I will wait for them to actually come out, and I'm using that word, I'm using that phrase, come out and be brave. Come out and be brave and say what the COP really stands for now, what it used to be, and where it gone. Hear me. I said last night, I will say it again. I hope Gary, I hope you're watching. Yes, my boy. Listen, you all know I defend Gary coming and going. Gary tell me, he vexed with me today. He said defending him with my 200 followers. I had a laugh. All of these people and their knee-jerk reaction want to attack the size of the following that I and the PEP have. I had a laugh. Because I tell you what, I don't own people. You don't own people. When I hear the UNC say, all they will split votes, how the hell the votes belong to the UNC in the first place? How it belong to the PNM? No votes belong to nobody. This is a party member till I dead. We don't want no PEP people till I dead. We want real members to come on board every Saturday. You know what I love? We have a member named Chantal Mondi. Chantal Mondi is a force of nature. You know what I'm telling you? When Chantal asks a question, brother, you could deflect, distract, misdirect, go all over the place. Everybody else could have, they say, 19 people talk. If Chantal question not answered yet, Chantal asking the question again. The PEP, David Archibald, sits front left. When his question asked, David Archibald wants his question answered. And these are the members of the Progressive Empowerment Party. When Father Harold Imamsha blessed us, he said, be leaders who serve and servants who lead. And we've remained committed to that ideology. We will be leaders who serve and servants who lead. So it's we that cut up the cake, we that put out the chairs, we that clean up and empty the dustbin when the meeting done, when everybody gone. Is the executive of the Progressive Empowerment Party. And all the people that you think too big to soca is we sweeping, mopping, wiping, cleaning, packing, putting it back together. Because we have a concept and an ideology inside the Progressive Empowerment Party that we cannot be like the blue light stuntmen and stuntwomen of the PNM and the UNC. I will never, and if Trinidad and especially the UNC members forget Kamala when she lost in 2015 and the tantrum she threw, do you remember that? Remember the tantrum she threw? And she ain't come to all her followers who were waiting, UNC supporters who were waiting. Oh gosh, you lose, cry together. Don't throw no tantrum and storm off. You're a political leader. She should have been fired right there for that stunt. But the people of the UNC and the members of the UNC do not own the UNC. The UNC is owned by a small clique of business people. It is masqueraded as a democratic political party. And you are fooled into believing, oh, there's an election. But look at the election for political leader. It's like FIFA. Sepp Blatter run against himself 9 times. Kamala doing the same. Kamala running against herself. This is all they know. In the Progressive Empowerment Party, every position up for grabs. Especially next year into the election. Come and run for a post. Don't just say, if we vote for you. Don't be you. Don't talk about you. Talk about us. If we vote for us, it's a movement. It's a gathering. It's all of us together. Yes, at the very beginning, we have plans, policies, programs, ideas, ideologies, philosophies. But we share these things in open conversation every Saturday. Every single Saturday. There have been Saturdays that meeting went till 6 o'clock in the evening. We want to be the party that teaches Trinidad and Tobago how first world democracy works. We want you to understand we're building into our internal constitution. Recall, you could fire the political leader of your party. Where you ever hear that before? You'll remember when Patrick Manning was summoned to a house in the West and fired as the political leader of the PNM. He was Prime Minister at the time. He was the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, but the owners of the PNM fired him as political leader of the PNM. He was in trouble. Patrick Manning found himself in trouble. They removed their support and fired him. And he was told he was fired. And when Patrick Manning was fired, the members of Parliament in the PNM concocted a conspiracy to go to Barbados and make a plan to come back and vote in a vote of no confidence together with Kamala to fire Manning. That's the kind of madness that passes for politics in Trinidad and Tobago. But I want to ask Trinidad and Tobago this question tonight, especially my brothers and sisters who are still being misled by the People's National Movement, because you're being misled. You're being misled. Oh gosh, beat them this week here. Should if ever you needed to know that you're not taken, you're not even considered. Your Prime Minister took it out of his golfing schedule to lash all a hard lash today on a press conference to say, we're not putting up with that. Lawlessness will be followed into its hole. But he can't find the hole where Nazim Bash and AV oil is yet. But stick a pin there. When Manning was fired and lost the election and the Balize bunch pelted him with rotten mango, remember that in 2010? How did Keith Rowley become the political leader? Where was that election? When was that election? How did that happen? Democratically within the PNM. How? You all remember anything? Nothing at all. The same people who fired Manning hired Rowley. And if you think Keith Rowley is the real democratic political leader of the PNM, show me your voting slip. Show me yours. Tell me when you went and dropped in a box, my choice for political leader is Keith Rowley. Tell me that. And I'm showing you this. Because I want you who being misled by the PNM, I am sorry. As I said the other night, the hardest thing for a child to admit is mommy and daddy abusing me. You've been abused. I want you to look at the top 1% of the PNM. Forget the fact that they don't look like you. Because when Keith Rowley had to stand up and say, I am the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, I think what Keith Rowley wanted to say is, I am the blackest man in the leadership of the PNM. Because he is. The only other black man in that lineup was Fitzgerald Hines. And Fitzgerald Hines has been demoted to chief cockroach sweeper in Faris Arawi office. It's not just anyway, let me keep my cool. It's Friday night. You ever watch your lineup up on top? And you know what they will tell you? It is to show diversity. Okay, I accept that. But ask these questions. Did that diversity start from the bottom of the party and work its way up? Did Franklin Khan or Shorty Boy or Faris labor in the vineyards? There are others who jump from party to party, top level to top level, negotiating their positions. Were you invited to the ratification process that made Stuart Young the PRO of the PNM? No. You are irrelevant, unimportant. You are fooled into believing. But I said, I went into a store in Trin City Mall years ago, and I bought what I thought was a genuine leather belt. Because I saw it. I said, yes, I like it. So I bought what I thought was a genuine leather belt. And in 1 month, it cracked up where you know when you put the belt in by the buckle, if it's not real leather, it's crack up there. It crack up. So I say, I'm going in the tail with this. I want my money back. I buy a genuine leather belt. When I turn it over, the words, and I'm not lying to you, I wish I still had it and I'll show you. The words that are branded into this thing is the words genuine belt. They didn't lie. They just didn't have no word leather. It was not genuine leather belt. It was just a genuine belt. And I guess that would have stand up in court. And that's how these parties deal with you. These parties make you think that day is democracy. That's not democracy. You know the PNM and UNC want to give you no choice. No choice at all. So every election we have a race. A literal race. Bam! Go! All the Indians and all the Africans run. Let me see who run faster. Because that's what it is. And everybody else, if you're not black, if you're not Indian, you could be in the stands and clap. Because you're not in this race. Because even if you're around, you have nothing to get. And which race win the race gets to be the government for 5 years. And then all of the financiers who gave PNM a 5 million and gave UNC a 5 million just shift the color of the shirt for a term. Because it's the same people making the same money regardless of who is inside that office. You cannot answer tonight how the same government that fired Calco, that put Calco in court over Maracas, hired Calco to build Manzanilla. It don't make sense. And I called tonight's video, I just Aksin. Because I want to ask a question. It took 14 vehicles and 117 police to go and arrest a fat lawyer in Chaguanas. Anand Ramlogan. I saw Anand can run a walking race. You sent 117 police. 14 cars. I surprised. I don't know if the helicopters was overhead. But you sent all of that for Anand. As if Anand was going on open fire. As if Anand had some boys in the basement to run out with some AR-15s and AK-47s. As if Anand was going to run through the cane field. You send 14 police vehicles and 117 police to pick up Annan. And I just Aksin. You're sending for Prezi and Spanish. You send one car. In the hottest hotspot in Trinidad and Tobago. Beat 'em. Come na man. Come na man. Wait. My partner Mark Rees, always watch Mark Rees videos. We are really telling yourself, that he's asked Trinidad that, and Trinidad, we are really telling yourself that 14 vehicles and 117 police to go and lock up an overweight lawyer who can't run a walking race, but one car for Prezi and Spanish. Them I want so much gold, that man need to hire somebody to just carry gold. So you know, the instance. You're in the beat-up. Here's the governor of the beat-up. No problem. You know what? They fire Marlene for Berkey Burke, but they can't charge Berkey Burke with nothing, and Rowley have questions to answer about that. Because Berkey Burke, if he had any sense at all, would sue the state for defamation of character. Prove it, Rowley, but stick a pin. How did the police go for Prezi and Spanish with one little Honda motorcar? Boya Kanek, who's a member of Pep Media, tell me last night, he made this point, and I think Boya right. Everything that went down on the beat-up with that riot was a stunt. All of that was distraction. None of that was real. All of it was to fool you. So all them big stone and people like Nicky Crosby who get past in the rush, is government mismanagement that did that to you. That's who did that to you. Because if you know to send 14 vehicles and 117 police for Annan Ramlogan in a gated community in Chaguanas, you don't know that you going and lock up Prezi and Spanish. You go with one car in the hottest hotspot in the land. I want you to tell me, as Mark is saying, we are really telling yourself. We are telling yourself to accept that distraction. What are they distracting me from? Well, somebody send me something. My partner Gary burden up my friggin' thing, yes? He vex. Gary vex. Gary don't like people to talk true talk. He just think I like. We go deal with that, Gary. We go deal. I'm not one of them political stuntmen looking for a post and a position and a contract, you know. So when I talk, I talk. And Gary is my friend. But I am a man of integrity. And nobody could say they give me anything in life. So when I talk, I talk. And I find that if Gary wants to run for commissioner of police, distance yourself from all, because you see, you can't just tell me, because these political crooks and criminals not convicted yet, that you can't see. Because you know, you're living in a country where you know, where man who's selling one little corner store of cloth, own tongue. You're living in a country where they have restaurants on Arapita Avenue that don't see nobody at all, and charting up money at the end of the night. Come now, man. Anyway, we're going to stick up in there. Somebody wrote this to me. Yesterday, I was told by a dear friend and prominent member of the business community that because of what happened on the Beetham Highway, it was not a good day for TNT. What happened yesterday was wrong and must not be tolerated. It was thuggery. That type of behavior must be condemned. Many holders of high office joining in the condemnation, however, have no moral authority to do so. I asked Gary Griffith today. I said, Gary, if you were the commissioner of police today, would you send police trucks out for every Kiss baking company in a Quelo's baking outfit masquerading as an entrepreneur, vending illegally on the nation's roads and highways, like we pick up them little black hen chicken and they vending stuff? Will you arrest them and take them before the courts and serve notice on Kiss Baking Company that you have broken the law and have been breaking the law? Gary say, yes. I will see that. Because I tell Gary, I is your friend, but I am an activist and I will make sure that I will dog your steps. I will dog your steps. I will make sure day one, I will tell you where every one of those illegal vendors are. And I want you to go up in the University of the West Indies and interview the Chancellor, who is the chairman of Kiss Baking Company. We there yet? We there yet? Then we stick a pin. Leadership creates culture. The people of Beetham Gardens were engaging in thuggery at the level they can. Thuggery at every level must be aggressively treated with. It was not a good day for TNT when Calco was awarded a $400 million contract to build a highway that many EMA technocrats opined they were of the opinion did not meet the criteria for a CEC, which is a clearance certificate for the environment. It was not a good day for TNT when business people and party financiers engaged in land grabbing under a corrupt UNC government, according to opposition leader Keith Rowley. Then Prime Minister PNM Keith Rowley facilitates the same land grabbing by allowing the loss of the only beachfront in Chagaramas to build a water park. I want to tell Trinidad something. Right now, tonight, Scorpion and Big Yard have no water. The people of Scorpion and Big Yard put food in Rowley mouth, Sharon mouth, his two daughters' mouth, and if he was feeding them to outside boys, them too. The people of Lansmeeta and Abipujad, Big Yard and Scorpion, feed them. The people of Mason, Covey, La Puerta, Rich Plain, feed them. Trinidad and Tobago, don't take my word for it. Go and find out the purest water in this country. The absolute purest water. In fact, the water that I'm about to tell you is so pure, the rest of the Caribbean sends for samples to use to measure water purity throughout the Caribbean. The water in the Chagaramas aquifer is so pure, you are not allowed to use chemicals on the ground in Chagaramas. That water in that aquifer, 50 million years old, that water could be piped to Abipujad, Big Yard, Lansmeeta and Scorpion easy tonight. Easy. Through Coveen Road, because Tucker Valley connects to Coveen. Up through Rich Plain. It could connect tonight, and all the people who feed Rowley and feed Sharon and his two daughters and his two outside boy children could have water tonight. But they're irrelevant. They weren't invited to sit down under the salmon tree in Goodwood Park while Keith and Stuart stunted on the rattan furniture. You know what they're using that absolutely pristine, crystal pure water for tonight? Water slide. Chagaramas Water Park. You think you're misled yet? What are you telling on yourself, boy? Eh? What Diego Martin West? Cocorit water hole and Harding Place. They don't even have pipes. What are you telling on yourself? PNM care? Come now, man. The purest water in the Caribbean. Water park in Chagaramas. We love you and we care. It was not a good day for TNT when President Carmona decided he was entitled to a $28,000 per month housing allowance while being afforded housing at taxpayers' expense, and the CPO enabled that transgression. Randall Mitchell just do the same thing in Victoria Heights by giving the deputy, is the Senate President or the Deputy Speaker, I can't remember which, a house that has no housing allowance for in law. And they're making that happen. But they want to attack the president because Sharon Rowley works with Martin Daly. Keith Rowley's wife is in chambers with Martin Daly. So the PNM set off Bharat. You ever see her? I'm going to leave that alone. Check yourself. To attack His Excellency. Now, you all know me. I say the whole office of the president, we don't need that. And we can save a lot of money just by shutting it down. The president serves one job, swearing people in. And whoever holds the office of Chief Justice could do that. It was not a good day for TNT when Dr. Ralph Balgobin, the government-appointed chairman of Angostura Holdings Limited, accused of sexual harassment, was cleared by the very board he chairs himself to himself. And the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance, who is corporation sole responsible for every board, they condone that. It was not a good day for TNT when Minister, now you see, they tell me when I call her, weave me alone, they say attacking every woman with a weave. And that's not what I'm doing. But when Camille Robinson Regis used a state credit card to pay for her weave, that was wrong. That's what we talk about, but we will leave the weave jokes alone. It was not a good day for TNT when Minister Camille Robinson Regis walked into a bank with $143,800 in cash, then provided many and convoluted explanations about where she got this money without providing a shred of evidence to the public. And the PM and the Attorney General, they defend her. Where is the Financial Intelligence Unit? Where is the Integrity Commission? Where is the Privileges Committee of the House of Representatives? Trinidad, what are they telling all yourself? It was not a good day for TNT when after photos of Faris Al-Rawi's children, the Attorney General, posing with high-powered weapons surfaced, Rodney Smart, as the sitting Chief of Defense Staff, lied in a signed statement. Only hearing the level of bullshitocracy that goes on in this country, and only still sitting down talking red and ready, yellow steady nonsense, lied in a statement about how permission was granted to the family and Minister and Stuart Young at Kamuto. The man they blame come out and say he will sue them. He said, I wasn't in the loop, I wasn't in the circle, I wasn't even in the base. You ain't fired nobody yet. What are you telling on yourself? It was not a good day for TNT when Bridgman Services Group, a company patently unqualified to provide ferry services, was awarded a contract to supply vessels to service the TNT Sea Bridge, despite the fact that they did not own a ferry. And that the company shortlisted to provide the ferry, who we stopped dealing with, the same Bridgmans tried to get a ferry from them. What are you telling on yourself? It was not a good day for TNT when one man and or company was paid $34 million of taxpayers' money, can show no work done for it, and no one was held accountable. But he wasn't paid that money in one payment. What Anil Roberts did, and the lawyers that said that the payment had to make, he was paid $17 million down, and then a next check for $17 million, $34 million to Adolphus Daniel, E-Beam, to give Trinidad and Tobago nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. And no action was taken. And nobody was brought to justice. What are you telling on yourself? Seriously. What are you telling yourself? How much Starbucks opened in the country the last year? Go on Google the deal, the terms to get a Starbucks. Starbucks is an international franchise. It comes with upfront payments and royalties. What is Vemco and Christian Mute exporting that bringing in the US that people tell me they're generating their own foreign exchange? Because I just asked him. These companies that imported hundreds of millions of US dollars in automobiles, where they get in the US, I understand Ansa Makal has a forex license and they get a share of Trinidad's foreign exchange, which by law they are supposed to use for their customers, but they use it internally. Fine, stunt yourself, brother. Always the biggest. Always the biggest. And when you're the biggest, you could fart the loudest in the room. So the Sabga fart we had to take for now. At some point, you have a responsibility to elect into office a government that will clean this shit up, regardless of the size of the farters. I don't care who Sabga think he is. Mano. All of these little petty gangbangers too, who all over that think they're untouchable. All of that you have to deal with. But it is not going to be dealt with as long as you continue to elect a PNM or a UNC government owned by these same people. What are they telling on themselves? Look at your country. I have to be arguing with people. People who beaten up to go in, they beat them, burn them down, run them out, build a wall. All of that. Hear me now. Cats. When they finish with them, you is next on the totem pole. When is your turn to get walled and raised and bullets? What you say then? You think it's them alone? You think it's them alone getting eat? The wolf eating all. The wolf coming to eat you. But like my bank manager that I tell, when they finish, move all the customers from inside the bank to the ATM machine, and they have you forcing the customers away from the counter to the ATM machine. When they finish, do that. They have no need of you. They have no need of you. The company I get my internet from, Flow, was caught in open piracy, stealing broadcasts and selling it to the nation. No action was ever taken. The Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Commerce that sits in West Moorings is a gang. Like the gang in Beatham, same gang, you know. These amateurs in the Beatham had to pelt stone. In the Chamber of Commerce, them just had to raise rates and fees. They could make your life hard, the value of the money in your pocket that buying bread for your children tonight. And you thinking that this have to be so. I want you to understand something. Law is written by government that reflects the needs of the people. The well-being of the citizenry is the primary and only function and purpose for government. Keith Rowley, when he lectured the Beatham today, should have been fired immediately. Because what took place in the Beatham was as much an indictment against him as it was Prezi and Spanish. Because you are not running the country. You are pelting stones. Look how that worked out. Look how that worked out. You have no idea what you're doing. Nothing at all working. You can't diversify the economy. If you tell Clarence Rambarat all the bullshit Clarence Rambarat talked for years, Clarence was a stuntman. My favorite stuntman. Me and Clarence to talk all the time. Clarence and I talk about dropping that little biodegradable parachutes. You could fly over the northern range and drop seedlings by the millions to reclaim and repopulate our hillsides. We talk all that. You think Keith Rowley could tell Clarence Rambarat start to share land to farmers with a plan to grow food and make Hadco and Amco and Massey and Vemco catch their ass? We are really telling yourself. You think the government running the country for you? Them business fakes. Them foreign house in California and Miami done buy and furnish, you know. They know the wolf coming. They know. They business fakes. When them done and them gone, because you see, Trinidad is for time. Business in Trinidad is like a band of locusts eating everything. And when they're done, and Trinidad is like Somalia and Haiti, they're gone. They're gone. But PNM people and UNC people lining up the wave flag. I want to tell you something. Even if they offer to pay you to wave the flag, refuse the money. That's blood money. If they offer you money to put on the jersey and get in the maxi and go in the party and pretend you're supported, refuse that. That is blood money. Every time you see a picture of children beating one another in school, that jersey is the cause of that. That whole failed system of governance is the cause of the breakdown, not only of the fabric of society. You see, I hear people lambasting parents from the at-risk communities. Raise your children. Last night a man called in, boy. He said, Phillip, the only job I could get, and you see, don't blame the man for his lack of job. A man tell me tonight, they have free education, go and use it. And then what? And then what? Jobs is important. The mismanagement of the society has left us with people who can't even be gainfully employed. We don't have a real poverty threshold. We do not have a line under which, you see, government has to work first and foremost for the weakest and the least. Stuntman Rowley and ass-kissing Stuart Young only care about Goodwood Park. But it is the people of Beetham that we have to fix. Because when we fix Beetham, when those 500,000 people that live below the poverty line in this country are elevated, they immediately do one thing. They blow up the middle class. The middle class thrives. Because these people are the mass spending power. It is not Goodwood Park that keeps Carrie Brewery or Angostura in business. They're drinking single malt scotch. But besides that, they don't have the spending power to keep a mass-produced item in business. Without Beetham, Morva, Laventille, Sealots, Rich Plain, Factory Road, Mason, Covid, Mbakade, La Hoqueta, Aruka, Maloney, without these communities, without enterprise, Mercedes-Benz and BMW can't sell, you know. Because Mercedes-Benz and BMW customers rely on these people. A doctor tell me she had to let her receptionist go. She said people can't even afford to go to the doctor now. Forget elective visits. Doc, I think I have a fever. People drinking Shining Bush tea. People can't afford to go to the doctor. So the doctor money blow. The receptionist get fired. Two less people. Middle class business, lost business. Understand that the government's responsibility, and I tell Trinidad and Tobago tonight, tourism, cruise ship tourism and food production. Those two things, agriculture and food processing for mass manufacture and cruise ship tourism in the only Caribbean island outside of the hurricane belt, in 5 years, surpass what we make it with oil. Oil will never recover. Korea and America is not enough war. Trump and this next jackass could stunt all they want. That is not enough war. And the Middle East backed down everything. ISIS gone. All that done. Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world. And their people eating rat and stray dog. We, the biggest business in the world now, is tourism and cruise ship tourism. There is something now called it's like a stay vacation. The cruise ship comes and it parks for a week. So it's like transport and cruising in one. So they jump in the ship from Germany. They sail to Trinidad and they stay at 3 nights and they spend about $1,000 US. Cruise ship tourism, and all you need is marinas, you know, because you see the people of Tobago and even Trinidad, because we could take cruise ships too. From the moment cruise ships start to come, business generates itself. That's how business works. Government don't have to get involved in that. People will start to create industry to service the cruise ships. And I hear them talking now about shipping turnaround because they heard me say it. It's not in their manifesto. It's not in Vision 2020. It's not in Vision 2030. It's not in Sharon Rowley handbag. They hear me say it, so they're saying it now, no problem, but they don't understand what it's about. But the cruise ship industry, we could work with all of the shipping that takes place between North and South America. Because you see, if you're shipping through the Panama Canal, right around the world, you could actually fly in the replacement crew, because all those massive shipping container ships you see, that huge, biggest ships in the world are taking 10,000 containers, 6 people running the ship. You know, the whole thing is a computer. And you change out shifts, the computer still running the ship. They say the future, the factory of the future is a man and a dog. The man's job is to feed the dog job is to bite the man if he touch anything. Computer sailing the ship, GPS, you know. 6 people on the ship. But you could swap out your Greek people are into this bay, and the Dutch. Right here in Trinidad, the new crew reach and jump in the ship right here in Trinidad, stock it, inventory it, boom, check the oil. And the relief crew gone back home, fly out. We need to diversify the economy. We need to evade the vagaries of famine when the world's economy dips, because it will, it's a boom and bust cycle. Unfortunately, that's what capitalism is. There will come a time, and while that is coming, we're on a bubble, because the world economy is booming right now, but we're on a bubble because also the world population is growing. There's going to come a time when it is going to be difficult for the countries that we buy food from to supply us. We buy a tiny amount. So we're not going to be able to compete for price. Trinidad is supposed to be growing its own food. Food self-sufficiency. Food independence is going to be the only independence that matters very soon. These issues, and I want you to understand this, go to Samsung, go to Apple, go to LG, go to Levi Jeans, go to Walmart, go to any of these companies. See Amazon? Amazon will come here tomorrow and set up clearing warehouse. Tomorrow, outside of the hurricane belt. So they know that the stuff that ship in South America expand through Trinidad. Make a shipping hub. An Amazon shipping hub would be about the size of Port of Spain. No joke. No joke. And we'll put plenty people. You just have to walk up and down the aisles inside of that with a trolley, picking. They call pickers. And they walk in with a barcode scanner. Because what you order, it's already there with a barcode, and they just have to pick it and drop it in a basket. And all of this, all of these companies are willing to come. We have 24/7 normal weather. We don't have snow. People will get to work. You could build business, you could build factories, and you could build barracks. If we turn what is now the Bitam Labas into the largest commercial duty-free zone in the Caribbean for business and give them rent-free, electricity-free, natural gas-free, tax-free, just make sure you're paying our people. It will suck all that idle labor out of the Bitam across the road. You could give them escalators and moving sidewalks over the highways. You can build a wall. They're going straight across. But you know what? The people of Bitam will get money, rich money. They will start to get opportunity. They will be able to develop. They'll be able to sell and move to better or improve. And Bitam will start to look like Westmoreland. I grew up in Westmoreland. When we leave Woodbrook as Westmoreland, we went. And for half the time, Westmoreland, because China was going through a recession, Westmoreland was a dump. Unfinished and abandoned buildings with trees growing inside it. The whole of Mokorapo Road that you pass now that look nice was Cracker paradise. Cocaine, crackheads living in them houses, snorting or smoking, whatever. All I'm saying to Trinidad and Tobago is this. Any government that cared about the people could solve our economic problems now. That blank stare, that deer in the headlights Keith Rowley is due to the media, that's a bullshit game. He cannot be that stupid. The Prime Minister has advisors. Somebody is trying to ruin this country's economy deliberately. Somebody wants to drive people into poverty. Somebody wants to claim everybody's real estate. Somebody wants to claim everybody's businesses and all the licenses and all the agreements that they have. People have agencies. Somebody wants to run them out of business and claim those agencies. Just now, you will not be able to go and shop unless you're shopping by 1 or 2 families. These people are trying to control this country and you are running out of time. And I want to tell you something. When that becomes fait accompli, fire done, fire burn. Tomorrow at noon in 19 Stanmore Avenue, we talk this talk. All of the problems and all of the solutions and all of the people who are stepping up to serve, including you. Including you. I am going to import a shipment of magic wands. And I'm going to have them to give to all the people who don't want PNM, don't want UNC, don't want to come and help and build PP. You just want to sit down there and bullshit and talk shit. I'll send a wand to you. So when the wolf reaches your door, wave your wand. When the bank call and say you're overdue, wave the wand. When the landlord saying, rent, I'll have peanut butter sandwiches. Because I'm being facetious, I want you to understand this is not what I want to do. Not with my life, not with my time. I was supposed to be retired and touring the world. I have big plans for me that does not include going to talk shit with Colm Imbert and Monilal and Kamala and Rowley. I have no interest whatsoever in none of this. I hope, it is my dream that somebody far more capable than ever lot comes along, steps up and says, okay, Phil, I will do it. I'll handle it. Because I don't want to. So I'm not here looking for work. When we meet tomorrow, that is my shack and bake round my mouth time. That's my Maracas Beach, liming, stunting, drinking stag bears, watching girls on the beach time. And I could do that because I am a single man. That's what I have to give up every Saturday. You have to do the same. This is our country. If we do not step up now, listen, history will not be kind to this generation, you know. History will not be kind to us who sat idly by while our country was hijacked and stolen, you know. History will not be kind to the people who voted race and tribe, trying to pretend that they was red and ready or yellow and steady, when all you really are is a racist son of a bitch. And you're Indian and you don't like African, or you're African and you don't like Indian, and people like you, A, shouldn't be breeding, so I would personally sponsor your vasectomy or to have your tubes tied. Or B, leave. Go back to wherever you think you want to see people alone that look like you. This is a multi-ethnic plural society and it must remain so. We need an entire nation of 1%ers. We must spread that joy. Everything that comes out of this country, I will never forget Michael Nahus told me this. All of the wealth in Trinidad and Tobago, from the top of Goodwood Park Hill to the bottom of LA, all of the wealth in this country came out of the ground, oil and gas. Nobody did nothing new. Nobody invented no magic. All of it came out of there. It is the misallocation, misappropriation. It is the misallocation of public funds that left so many of our people in the condition they are in now in B-Town. So when you're bumping your gums, I want you to understand, you're cussing victims too. Yes, they shouldn't be pelting stone. But all of us as children make mistakes when we were uninformed and ignorant. Those people were allowed to come to adulthood uninformed and ignorant. They speak like that. I know, and I'm saying that with an abundance of respect. I do this every night to inform, educate, and empower. I try to speak in a way that people could understand and relate to what I am saying. I try to give you, besides exposing to you the bullshit that really goes on in this country, I try to give you the solutions to how we could fix it. There is a company in Holland willing to spend $500 million in this country building wind farms to power the entire Southern Caribbean. And it will employ, must be 1,000 people. We have everything that we need to fix it in our hands. We have it all. We need nothing. We have to go looking for nothing. We don't have to import nothing. They're waiting. They want to come here. They want to listen. If we just said the only thing we diversifying into is a marine industry, we will end up with 20,000 yachts parked up here. Because every time a hurricane passes where the yachts park up, people just lose hundreds of millions of dollars. But hurricane don't pass here. Let's be honest. Your government has deliberately fooled you, misled you, and lied to you about the reality. Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley is a big stinking liar. Stuart Young is a nasty double-tongued hypocrite. Faris Al-Rawi is a failure and a fool. Colm Imbert is a non-entity, a midget stuntman sent to fool you. You have a government incapable of governing, and you have to face that. You have to understand that it is the people of Trinidad and Tobago's vote that keeps them in office. You vote for them every day, you know. Every day that you do not fire them, you vote for them. We have to get to a place now where we are willing to stand up and say, you know what, this can't continue. There is nothing on the yellow and steady side for any of us. So don't even consider that. Don't even think that the stunt bullshit that's going on in the UNC have any value for anybody in this country. Don't even think to look there. The only way forward is to build the new, you know, to build something new. Not one recycled politician. Not one. Not one. Listen, all of the solutions are in our hands. Come tomorrow, challenge me, bring your best debaters and debate me. I want that. I like to talk, I like to think. Come and show me. If you have a better idea, bring it. Let's fix this country.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can protect our country's state. One use it well before it's too late. If it is that who you're voting, baby, you're not out. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the prove it
To be only full of mouth. Keith Rowley, all that talk you had. Paris, where all that talk you had. Waste of friggin' time.
the time is now that change should come about.
Just as how you vote them in.
Vote them out. Register and vote them out. If they can see, vote them out. Stain your finger and vote them out. Show them no mercy, vote them out. Vote them out with total scorn and utter disdain. Let's put our country together again. Put them out of power.
Terminate the reign.
Let's put our country together again. If for 30 years
55.
in the day,
And his only tears.
as soon as they win, they give you big words and enslave your souls
Promising you roads.
and giving potholes.
When you're voting, that them alone. 6 laws Faris family break. Faris could get away with that. Nazim Bash and the free oil. Take that now, man. Kamla and Keith and Shagaramas. Ask them about that water park. $3,400 a month. Ask Raul how much Chinley paying for Pier 1. Come on, man. What are you really telling on yourself? Tomorrow at noon, you should come with your whole family, all your friends, your neighbors. If your car are fixed, bring your mechanic and his toolkit, let him fix it outside. Come 19 Stanmore Avenue and be a part of the process. You see, I have politicians laughing at us. You see, they're telling us they have nothing for all in this country. Trinidadians too stupid. This is what the PNM and the UNC think of you. That you're too foolish. You're too stupid to stand up for yourself. That's what they think. That you do not have the common sense and the decency to get past racist tribal voting. You have a responsibility to prove those two parties wrong. Tomorrow at noon, come out. Claim the Progressive Empowerment Party, the first political party in this country built on strong democratic principles of the people, by the people, and for the people. We are going to go into government and undo and redo the failing institutions of state. We will fire the pompous posers and those who think that the job they were hired for was to stunt. We will show you how simple it is to get things like law enforcement and the administration of justice to function in a country the size of a postage stamp. This nation shouldn't be this hard to run. We do not have the problems you think we have. The people of Morvan, Beetham, Laventon and Sealots could be rescued. They could be right-sized. Their families could be given hope and opportunity. We could go into every one of those communities in Diego Martin and in Bacadere down south and in Enterprise. These people all need representation. They need hope and opportunity. Do not allow yourself to be fooled and misled into believing that anybody wakes up one morning and decides, I will prefer to be a crook or a criminal or a bandit. Nobody chooses a life of running from bullets. The life that they live, we've left them no choice. We've left them no choice. We have to undo and redo that. The Progressive Empowerment Party's manifesto is entitled Reboot the Republic. We're starting from scratch. We're going to the Constitution. We will fix this nation. We have so much wasted money. The Senate, you don't need a Senate. The Senate serves no purpose. The office of the president, you cancel just that. Get rid of local government and you've just saved billions of dollars. Just that. Just that. Why would members of parliament and government ministers need to get cars tax-free? Why them? Of all the people in the country, why them? These are the things that we need to confront and resolve. And we need to have them as a national conversation and not as a who thief less and who govern more and who hear straight and who shoe dirty. That foolishness, listen, I know that you're bright enough. You don't have to have a degree. You don't even have to have a school leaving certificate. I know that you're bright enough to understand that this, whatever this is that we have been tolerating for all of these years, it's not working. It's not working. When you push a door inside a public service of any arm of the state, you already know you're in for a trip. Because the people who work in there, they're not paid well. The situation in which they work in, they're not happy. Government paid friends and financiers big money for bullshit facilities. I mean, I watch the kind of money people get for buildings in Port of Spain to put state workers in and treat them like dogs. Ceiling falling down, air condition not working, the place in a stink rat-filled mess. And then government dealing with the leadership of the union, cutting deals to cut your throat. Come on, Come on. We have an opportunity. This is it. Let us draw a line in the sand. 1.3 million of us on this side of the line. What are you for? You have to tell government that. You have to tell government that. We were the leaders in so many things in the world. We were we had the largest oil refinery in the world. The first test drilling for oil was here. They invented the television set in Santa Cruz. The cure for rabies was found in Trinidad. We were the #2 after Russia provider, manufacturer of urea on the planet. This country, it punched way above its weight class for decades. Where are we now? Where are we now? Who are we now? We were a net food exporter right up until the 70s. Where are we now? Who are we now? Who? The best cocoa in the world. The largest, most prolific pitch lake on the planet. Where are we? Who are we now? What? What are you telling yourself, Trinidad and Tobago, that allows you to believe that this should continue one day longer? Really, truly, look at yourself. Look at your loved ones. Look at your children. Look at your family. Look at your friends. Look at your neighborhood. Look at your community. Look around you and tell me if any of this is acceptable. I want to tell you this. It is not a difficult process to fire a government. The day the people stand up, the game begins. And all of them power brokers you see in their fancy Rolls Royce and talking about they have hitters for hire. All of those people, listen, we the people of Trinidad and Tobago outnumber all of them. All. The solution, step 1, stand up, wake up, join hands. See each other as sister and brother. One people under one flag. End racial voting. There is no other country on planet Earth where the grandchildren of India and Africa are enemies. How could you fight war in Trinidad? What did they do to us? Let us undo and redo. Let us rebuild this nation to be the paradise on earth it was meant to be. I thank all of you who are with me tonight. Thank you very, very much. This is not an easy journey. This is a constant battle and it's a constant war, and you have to choose to lose friends and terminate relationships sometimes because you have to stand for what is right. Somebody has to. Somebody has to. Today I was looking for a quotation to put on my profile picture, and I found this thing by the Dalai Lama, and I kept it because I thought it was so profound. He said it is not enough to be compassionate. You must act. You must act. The time to act is now. This is our country. We must reclaim our country. And I want to tell you something here. All those people who stole our money, we'll get it back. We will get our money back. Game it over, you know? Ain't not over. Tomorrow at noon, we are at 19 Stanmore Avenue. If you do not yet have your Pep and Parang tickets, please come and get them tomorrow. It is going to be a very nice event, and that's tomorrow evening. So dress up pretty and come and take a line with us. Yes, thank all of you who are here with me. I guess the next time you'll be seeing me live would be Monday at 9 o'clock, because the people who are on daylight savings time, it causing stress for them. A lot of our viewers are overseas people, so we have to accommodate them. Yeah, so thanks a lot. Thank everybody. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.